The peaceful gardener. Anna loved gardening. She enjoyed planting seeds, watering them, and watching them grow. She felt a connection with nature and a sense of peace when she was in her garden. She also liked to share her produce with her neighbors and friends, who always praised her for her green thumb. One day, Anna decided to try something new. She had heard about mindfulness, a practice of paying attention to the present moment with curiosity and kindness. She wondered if she could apply mindfulness to her gardening and see what benefits it would bring. She started by setting an intention before she went to the garden. She said to herself, "I am going to be mindful of my gardening today. I am going to notice the sights, sounds, smells, and sensations of being in the garden. I am going to appreciate the beauty and bounty of nature. I am going to be grateful for this opportunity to nurture life." She then went to the garden and began her usual routine. But, instead of doing it automatically, she did it mindfully. She paid attention to how the soil felt in her hands, how the water sounded as it sprinkled the plants, how the sun warmed her skin, how the flowers smelled in the air. She noticed the colors, shapes, and textures of the plants, and the movements and sounds of the birds and insects. She also noticed her thoughts and feelings, and accepted them without judgment. She found that gardening mindfully made her more aware of the interconnection of all living things, and the impermanence of life. She realized that she was not only growing plants, but also growing herself. She felt more calm, happy, and fulfilled. She also noticed that her gardening improved. She was more attentive to the needs of the plants, and more responsive to the changes in the weather and seasons. She was more creative and experimental with her planting and harvesting. She was more generous and compassionate with her sharing. As she gardened mindfully, she also learned some valuable lessons from nature. She learned to be patient, as she waited for the seeds to sprout and the vegetables and fruits to ripen. She learned to be flexible, as she adapted to the different conditions and challenges that arose. She learned to be resilient, as she recovered from setbacks and losses. She learned to be humble, as she acknowledged her limitations and mistakes. She decided to make mindfulness a part of her daily gardening practice. She also started to practice mindfulness in other aspects of her life, such as eating, walking, working, and relating to others. She found that mindfulness helped her live more fully and joyfully in the present moment. She became known as the mindful gardener, and inspired many people with her example. We hope you enjoyed this story from our series that demonstrates mindfulness in simple, everyday situations. Please remember to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more videos from Calmer Happier.